So I am making an eggless chocolate cake today. I start out with like creaming the butter and the sugar together. To be honest, I don't really measure. I think that's probably why I've never been able to cook or like bake a cake before. But I don't know. I'd say that's about a little over a quarter of a cup, in between a half a cup and a quarter of a cup, something along that line. And I make this cake chocolate just because, I don't know, I've been on a chocolate kick lately. So yeah, anyway, been on a chocolate kick lately. And I don't know if it's just like maybe the best additional taste to this cake, because I have made it before with just like a vanilla flavor, and I don't know, just wasn't really much flavor to it. It's kind of bland. Tasted a little bit like cardboard. Okay, so just under a cup of sugar in there because I like sugar. And sorry guys, that's just the breaks, I guess. I like sugar. You can use like whatever sweetener you want though. Oh right, what am I doing? Okay, so to cream this together, because I am completely lazy about how I do this, I just go to the like side of the bowl. Now I do have a stand mixer, but that's like really high up, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I am short as crap. Like I don't even hit the 5-foot mark, right? So yeah. It's gonna stay up there, and I'm gonna be down here with my little Dolly Parton paddle that I got from Dollar General the other day, and cream the crap out of this butter and sugar. That is the plan. Okay. So it's like creamed together. It's not like dissolved, but that's not completely the most important thing in this particular recipe. Okay, so to make this eggless, I figured out a magic formula, okay? So we've got our double acting baking powder, right? Just the Walmart brand, no big deal. Okay, so we've got just under 1 tablespoon here, and then a half of a tablespoon. Just like sprinkle some salt in there because baking requires that, and baking soda because like cakes require that, I think. I don't know. Anyway, you'll see I've got some powdery stuff in there now, and it doesn't look like much, but we're gonna go ahead and get it mixed in with the butter and sugar. And I swear to you, as soon as we do this, it's gonna look like at least slightly more appetizing. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I don't have exact measurements for the baking soda and the salt, just kind of like, I don't know, sprinkle some in. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, now the other thing I use to make this egg-free is like one of these little, like the ones you would get in your lunch, you know, when you were a kid, that size of applesauce. Just like plain applesauce, not cinnamon sweetened, or, I mean, if you want to use cinnamon sweetened, that's up to you, I guess, but I don't know how well it would really complement the, yeah, cocoa, so, yeah, I don't know, but you try it, let me know. We got ourselves some cheap-ass vanilla. It's about a teaspoon and a half. Yeah. And baking cocoa, which we're gonna do like, I like this to be really chocolatey, okay? So we are doing 3 heaping tablespoons, teaspoons. I don't know, the big one, whichever one the big one is, right? Use that one. Yeah. Anyway. So, now that we've got all of these other egg substituting ingredients in there, I'm gonna go ahead and just like mix them up and get the cocoa mixed up in there, get it all nice and cocoa-y, so it's not like dry as crap when it gets into the cake. Because like I found that that's the secret to baking cocoa, is you can really use it like for any type of replacement for just like a candy bar, but oh god, you've got to mix it with something. Yeah, don't be me, mix it with something. And there you go, it's just chocolate-ish spatter. Yep. Okay, so next up is our flour. We've got a quarter of a cup in here. So I'm just going to level that off on the side. And I'm going to put about a cup and a half in here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so get that off of my little spatula and mix it together. Okay, at this point it's going to be kind of like a really dryish batter because you've got flour in there and you've got like the other wet ingredients, but you haven't put any water in there yet. I like to go ahead and just get everything solidly mixed together at this point, just to make sure that like the flour is fully integrated with all of the other important ingredients that it's supposed to be integrated with, because baking is science. And when you're already starting from like a deficit of like not making, well, not using measurements as I do, yeah, you need every opportunity you can get to like try and make it taste a little bit better. And I'm scraping the bowl to get all that flour like seriously mixed in. Because I don't know if you know this about flour, but if you use it while you're making something chocolatey and you don't get it mixed in well, whatever you're making is gonna come out looking not chocolatey. Yeah, I learned that lesson and I'm saving you from that. Okay, so yeah, we are all mixed in there. Now I brought a cup of water over here. I'm going to start with about a half a cup and see where things stand after that. You can mix your water in a little bit earlier, at least half of it. I recommend that because it makes mixing so much easier. But I didn't do that because I forgot. Check the channel name. Yeah, anyway, so I am mixing it now. Now with cake batter, you kind of want it to be a little bit on the like liquidy side, not watery. You want it to be very well mixed, but gosh, you just don't want it to be dry. Okay, I've got that pretty mixed good in there right now. I'm gonna add about a quarter of a cup, so about half of that's left, maybe a little less. Okay, so this is not the most pleasant thing to mix, like once you've gotten the water and all the dry and like the flour and everything, because it doesn't look great, okay? But you've got to put on your big girl panties and, you know, get it all mixed together, and then you have just, you know, chocolate cake batter. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this in a pan. I'm going to put the oven on 350 and I'm going to bake it for like 23 minutes and then we're going to check on it. Cool. Okay, like, I'm certain you'll never ever guess, but I totally forgot to set the timer, right? So, like, I guessed that it had probably been in there about 10 minutes, and so I set it for 13 minutes, and then I came in here, and I checked. I even checked twice. Check that out. And, guess what? It's done! Yay! Okay, so I'm making some icing now. Now this is actually, you do probably want to measure here. Of course, I didn't, but I added less than a cup of powdered sugar. You can go ahead and measure out like a cup, and you know, maybe pick a size appropriate bowl, and like 2 forkfuls of cocoa. I mixed that together, and then I took 1 forkful of butter. And here's where you like need to be slightly more fastidious about how you're creaming things, because you're attempting to make buttercream. Okay, so this isn't the easiest thing in the world, and usually you're gonna want to like have a little milk to cut it with, so you know, if this isn't enough, to go ahead and make the frosting like fudgy, which it's totally not. Yeah, you'll want to cut it with a little bit of milk. I don't have milk in the house, because I forget to buy milk, like, ever. I don't drink it, so, you know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some vanilla in there, like 2 teaspoons, the small one. I'm going to start mixing that at the bottom. Okay, now that's working. Yay! Okay, so I don't know if you can see this or not, but at the bottom of the bowl, we've got a little bit of a fudgy type consistency coming together. Used a teeny tiny bowl, so you're going to need to like make sure you're not, well, that, you know, constantly and knocking powdered sugar on the table, because then you're gonna have a little cleanup to do, young lady. So anyways, we're getting it together. It's coming along. It's coming along. Yay, it's working. Okay, now I'm definitely seeing, once it's all mixed together here, I definitely did not add enough powdered sugar. So I'm gonna get what's in here left and mixed and all that stuff. And take our bag. This is about the only time where the size of the bowl is actually gonna come in handy, because I know how much these bowls hold of powdered sugar, roughly. I can fit 2 cups in here, but it's like to the top, right? Okay, so that's probably another half a cup, yeah? I'm gonna start mixing it in. Okay, now we're a little kind of thick here. We got a little bit of a thick boy. So we're gonna thin it out with a bit more vanilla. Just about half a teaspoon. And keep going. Make sure you're not spilling your precious powdered sugar. I don't know about y'all, but like, I hate going to the store and having to buy 3 types of sugar like every time I need sugar, because I can't remember which one I'm out of. See, the thing about me though is luckily I'm usually out of all 3, but you spend like $8 on sugar, and that's just, guys, that's depressing. Sorry, I got a little frosting on my finger there, and you know, I licked that off. So there's nothing in here you can't eat. There's actually nothing in any of the batter that you can't eat. I would recommend maybe cooking the flour a little bit if you're planning on eating more than, you know, a spoonful or so of the batter before being cooked. But because it's eggless, you can eat you can like have a little taste every step along the way. I've made this cake 3 times now in the past couple of weeks. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I really had it down before I did a video on it. But it has come out so perfectly every time. It's just like perfect eggless cake, and it's got flavor to it, and it's moist, and it's got like that like crumb that you have on cakes, you know. Okay, so I've gotten that mostly mixed down there, and I'm just gonna go ahead and ice this cake. Be right back. Okay, so like did not quite make enough icing, but like that's okay, because like boyfriend likes chocolate cake without icing anyways, right? So yeah. Woohoo!